You've never seen me like this before. You've never seen me like this before. Well, here I am, and I am as popular, I guess, as they keep writing in and telling me. Oh, it's so chilly. And notes, notes, notes galore. Now, this is kind of in the work of, or in the celebrity work of Tyler Hamilton. I really say that you need to be 18 years or older to watch this. I take no responsibility for what goes on here. If you... Oh my gosh, he's wearing Ralph Lauren after being such a drag queen and a weird guy who's a ginger fuck and transgender and ginger bliss and cross-dressing girly boy and sissy and fruitcake. I'm not a prima donna, though, or a twink. Anyways, you know, the most elegant voice you've been waiting for. The name of sophisticated social graces, Tyler Hamilton, myself. I am he. And in the work of Social Alchemy projects, I'm going to be just throwing out a lot of different ideas so that you kind of get an idea about who I am, Tyler Hamilton, and kind of my slapstick type of dark humor, type of nasty things that I talk about, just for shock rock. But, you know, I was raised in Christianity, and there was a lot of ideology that was fundamentalist and legalistic, where my mother couldn't even create a Bible study lesson and lead it for, you know, Bible class. It got that difficult. We had no musical instruments in the church, and we basically sang a cappella. We believe that you have to be baptized by immersion, by going underwater, being dunked, and then coming back up to be saved. And from our sins and from this world, and to have everlasting life and have eternity. And which is ultimate prosperity. So you don't want to take prosperity away from people when you're angry at them because they didn't accept you. I have a lot of people in my family that they've never even come out to Beverly Hills or WeHo, West LA, West Hollywood, WeHo, Tinseltown to see my lifestyle, and they're telling me that I'm lost because of my lifestyle, because I'm a gay man. So, you know, these people are Christians. Also, I had a friend who started taking money out of her cash register drawer, her boss's cash register drawer, and throwing it at the Beverly Hills Presbyterian Church because the church keeps pressuring on giving, giving, giving. The church is located on Rodeo Drive. It's all very posh. They have their own private security officer, guard, law enforcement around the church. So when you walk in, you know, there's somebody there at the gates before you walk into the interim of the foyer or the quad or the courtyard before you go into the chapel. It's all very fabulous and cute and charming. But yeah, the atmosphere is with a security officer standing at the front gate. So, you know, my friend is stealing money and she calls herself a Christian, and then she's tithing at this church because she has so much guilt for being a high-end prostitute. She wears hooker heels. She's from Koreatown. We hang out in Beverly Hills all the time. She comes and visits me, and I take her out to lunch, dinner, anyways. So, but my thing is that in Social Alchemy Project, Social Transformation, a lot of gay men are angry, okay, for whatever reason. And I think we kind of know the reasons, but just to save time. And so we want to teach men to forgive, but it's impossible to know how to forgive when you have so much hate. Forgiving is the last thing you know how to do or even wish to pursue learning to do. And praying to the Holy Spirit or praying to God in prayer through Jesus Christ that you be given the strength to do what is not in your flesh, but what is in your spirit, to go ahead and forgive. It's impossible to get to that place even in prayer when you have so much hurt and hate and hostility, but hurt and ignorance and not knowing what happened to you. Some cases, some people hate gay people, and you know, as a result of their hardship. So from gay, mentally ill men, girly boys, sissies, walking wounded, parentless, um, off of crystal meth, out of prostitution, in go-go dancing right now or escorting, hot, muscular, the Abby, the Mickeys, whatever. I could just give you a list of what's going on in West Hollywood. WeHo, the gay mecca. Okay. But what I can do at Social Alchemy Project for your social transformation, let's say that you want to become one of my clients, okay, and I offer you motivational accountability life coaching with counseling alternatives and a treatment plan using art to help you with your behavior and to reduce some of your own self-hatred, maybe. I have a whole program that's being created at the project because that's part of our social transformation, becoming aware, awake, and being fine with our bodies and ourselves as artists and not to condemn our sacred sexuality as men in male psychology, male sexuality, human sexuality, public health, social behavioral sciences, and reducing STDs. We want to reduce certain behavior. That's up to you what the behavior is, but we want to introduce art at Social Alchemy Project for your transformation, to be able to forgive yourself and forgive others, and to be kind to yourself and be compassionate to yourself. But what we do is we create an atmosphere here that I will help you wish people that have done you harm, okay? To wish these people prosperity, and prosperity to all of those that have harmed you in any way, even if all you can do is hate them and not love them, but throw them away after you throw your money at them out of anger and confusion. Somehow, if you can go ahead and wish them prosperity, okay, you will launch forgiveness. So there's little things that I teach, my customers or my clients. Okay, if you want to pursue a Social Alchemy Project, my one-on-one counseling through telephone or in person. Okay, so there you go. So, I roll and I scroll open my legs metaphorically to offer you the I want to jack off for freedom social policy or something like that. Everything about me you're going to find has a discussion somehow about why that relates to political homosexuality and men with money and power and ego and corruption and greed and using sexuality to get what they want by manipulating. So much of our lives can just be narrowed down to, oh, they manipulate. Oh, I manipulate here, though. So I can forgive them and give them social graces. But, that's kind of, once you've raised your intelligence and you become aware, awake, and self-actualized and self-realized, and transformation begins with alchemy. The alchemist, becoming your own alchemist, becoming self-governed, taking responsibility. So I basically attract people to that they roll and they scroll open their legs for truth, and they will scratch cement for truth with me if they have to know the salvation, the joyfulness that they need to live, and the health. We do, in a Madonna horror culture, literally, spread our legs eagle, and we wait for an airplane to fly and drive right in. We're looking for anything that has more power than us. And, if you could just say, you know what, yeah, okay, Tyler Hamilton has a background of male whoredom and male hustling and callboy services and prostitution and more male hustling and escorting and not knowing what he was doing because he was just looking for love and he needed somebody to give him a meal. Hollywood loves rags to riches story, and that's kind of my story. So, because I've had to spread my legs metaphorically and literally to cry out, someone touch me, someone love me, someone let me touch you and let me love you. So when we admit that that type of sexual brokenness is in us, there should be no reason why we cannot say, you know what, maybe I should forgive that person because I'm not perfect. I'm not monogamous, or I cheated, or I left my wife, or I lost my kids, or I'm an alcoholic, or I fell in love with P&P, party and play, uh, crystal meth, Tina, methamphetamines. You know, when you get there with me, then you can say, you know, hey, some gay guy out there is trying to start a project for social transformation of men, teaching men to be a self-governance and to take responsibility, ultimately reach forgiveness and reduce their own greed and corruption and figure out some of their uh, problems that have been haunting gay community in sexual media or sleaze media or adult uh, pornography with violence or substance abuse or prostitution or gay human sex trafficking or STDs. So any of these major things, or chasing the bug, you know, looking for the infection AIDS so you can get infected with HIV and get on the gravy train, get your disability, get your Medi-Cal, your Medicare, get your housing, get your free medicine, um, gain more popularity in a gay mecca because of services that are open to you and places that you can go and events that are held for people that have your status. And you're a leech and you're a parasite and you're the system's whore. Okay, so what makes that different from a prostitute on the street or even a pastor preaching from the pulpit and getting people to give him their money? What's the difference? There's just a loss of integrity, really. So we want to be kind to ourselves. We want to forgive ourselves. We want to love ourselves, and we want to wish people prosperity as we become our own alchemist. We want to wish people good. Okay, people do not want to wish people good. They don't want to wish people good because it's an ongoing culture of hatred and jealousy. You know. So when we get to this space to say, you know, hey, I want to join the work of Social Alchemy Project, the celebrity work of Tyler Hamilton, things become clear as a nibbleless cow, pardon me. Things become as clear as a nippleless cow and her cowbell, ding, ding, ding. Oink, oink for my boinking. Boinking for my boinking. Like squealing for the feeling. So, you know, it's fine if you're a nymphomaniac. It's fine if you're a pervert. It doesn't mean you're going to break the law, okay? It's fine. It's fine if you're dark and dimension deranged and you need help. And I can refer you to amazing help out here in America. But we all have a wreath on our door. And mine is on the Tyler Hamilton Mansion estate, and it is dried up because of the sun. So we sprayed it with dried fake snow, and now the wreath is better. So I want people to pull themselves up and be kind to themselves, wish people prosperity as we reach alchemy, change, and we admit that we have been horrors and you know, scum of the earth, and there is no reason. Hi, sorry. The Hollywood glamour look. There is basically a same reality plane that we're looking for in all of ourselves in an ethical, welcoming, collective consciousness of men. Now, that's a very deep thing. If you need to rewind or reverse any of this YouTube video, please do. But it's the consciousness level with men who have sex with men that are led to risky living. I want the same reality plane where we are becoming our own alchemists and we are making change. My focus right now is on lowering STDs because that is my dissertation for my PhD, my Doctorate of Philosophy and General Psychology degree. But there's such a breaking down in my life with social justice, welfare, or part of problem is social problem me, or pardon me, because there's a problem with me, but pardon me. But social justice, family welfare, systematic approach that there is for all of us men. And is that we become fictive kin, we adopt ourselves. And a project is just that. A lot of guys that are on the down low, okay, and they're like, you know, non-seeing. And they're on the down low, the DL. The girlfriend doesn't know, or they're curious, they're straight, they're divorced, they're single. Pardon me about the moving of the Logitech webcam. It's not very good. Sorry, I think it just stopped my hand. See, it did it again. I'm sorry. I have no control over that. But, you know, as these things are like, you know, who we are as an identity, you know, it's very hard to forgive if our family left us fatherless or parentless. So we have to be very easy on ourselves. Now, I would like to see a social alchemy project there be committees, and some might be compensated, some may not be compensated. But we create a center for men's health, or a Beverly Hills Men's Public Health Administration, or something like that. And then all of our counseling and all of our social programs can come from out of that. So once you get to Social Alchemy Project, these are kind of the things that we are, that I've just related to you, you know, in text, in dialogue, or photo voice, or some technology, description, narrative on our website, socialalchemyproject.com. But it'll go straight down to, you know, Beverly Hills Public Men's Health Association or Administration or something like that. And then we go into more of the work of Social Alchemy Project, our programs, our books, our literature, Tyler Hamilton's work, his speaking engagements, his religious calling, his ministry, you know, global missionary efforts and things like that. But, you know, hey, if somebody wants to focus on sex arts, you know, to clear up their mind, to become their own alchemist, okay, and reach public health and help us help men change their behavior to a more safe behavior by getting them to dress up as women and exploring, you know, makeup arts or the theatrical arts, and have them, you know, gender fuck, you know, and cross-dress, that might create a safe sex nude demonstration, or off of that could be live workshops to reduce transmission of HIV and AIDS and other STDs by, you know, this type of exhibition. You know, and we can use art, we can use gallery work, art openings in galleries, and we can feature a lot of our creative works, such as, you know, some things I have in the background of me. I also sing. I'm a performance artist, a costume designer, a designer. But, you know, yes, I am a visionary futurist, change agent, social alchemist, and actor, singer, social scientist, everything. And I'm passionate, and I'm looking for loyal members. Looking for, just one moment, I gotta get a Kleenex. My nose is dripping. Okay. So that's sort of kind of, you know, that's kind of what we're talking about, you know, that all is at Social Alchemy Project, which is a great solution statement for my dissertation as well. I'm also a trendsetter, and you know, I dress a certain way when I am lecturing as a change agent or a reverend. or a psychologist. So watch out for the manipulative whores out there and the prima donna whore culture and the twink culture because they're the baddest, because they stand there and lie, because they will steal people's ideas and create the type of story they want. And it will be an offshoot from what you're doing. So they come out cocky boys, they come out. So Social Alchemy Project does not really encourage that type of membership. So, that's something that, we need to think about. But in the meanwhile, I want to thank you for being available to hear me talk. And it's been really great because, it's time for us to live our bliss. And that's what we teach men to do. You'll learn a lot about how you can re-perceive yourself and relearn and reteach things that you were taught but had been skewed because of negative people. So, my academic appointments, my guest speaking, my visiting professorship and lecturing affairs, as Social Alchemy Project, you will be held abreast on all of those types of details because of our work together. So, I'll talk to you soon. God bless you and have a marvelous and loving day.